Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of Team Building with Ryan. Now that we finished Killer Kecleon, the VGC 2014 Trick Room team, we're going to be moving on. And we're actually going to be moving away from Trick Room, although I'll be quite honest, it may not look like we are. The first Pokemon that I'm going to... The core of this team, the very core of this team, is going to be, as you can... Okay, look at the name right up here, Golden Locks. Can you guess it? If you guessed right, you get nothing. But this is gonna be Ampharos. All right, we're gonna make a Mega Ampharos. I really want to try it, right? I think it could be really cool, and stuff like that. So now, here's an issue when we're team building. Do we incorporate the dragon type when we're team building, or do we incorporate just the electric type? Either way, we're going to gain more things when we do the dragon, both weaknesses and resistances. So I think for the time being, we're just gonna do it as if it's mega evolved. So I'm gonna do Ampharos here, right? And I'm going to be leaving up the showdown screen because it's a little bit more aesthetically pleasing than just the notepad thing. So we're gonna do the weaknesses. Now, it's going to be weak to a bunch of different things. Not a lot, but not great things to be weak to. So it's going to be weak to ground, ice, dragon, and fairy. Now, I started off thinking about I was going to do a team this time. That's basically really standard, but you know, I really like going out of the box a little bit and trying to do other things, so we're going to try this, alright? So he's going to be resistant to flying, steel, fire, water, grass, and electric. Now that's pretty solid, electric. That's actually a pretty good counter to most of the things in the game right now, so that's going to be really nice to have. But that leaves us with a couple of outstanding weaknesses. We're going to be weak to, well, obviously ground, ice, dragon, and fairy. Alright. Now, a steel type would be a very excellent type for this, right? It resists dragon, fairy, and ice. But the problem with that is we get sort of into a position where we're weak to ground. Now, I think I have an option. I'm looking at him right now. We don't want to be weak to ground again, right? And currently, our current weaknesses are ground, ice, dragon, and fairy. We have resistance to fire. I'm thinking a really good option here, which would eliminate pretty much everything but ground, would be Ferrothorn. Ferrothorn's a pretty sweet Pokemon. Dedicated Kangaskhan counter, pretty much, for the most part. I mean, though those jerks that run Hammer Arm, we can't really do much against them, but so be it. So I'm going to put in Ferrothorn. Now, I did say I wanted to stray a little away from the overuse, but I like Ferrothorn, and Ferrothorn's been very clutch in a lot of the games that I play, and it only has two weaknesses that are very easily covered, and those are fighting and fire. Mega Charizard why, but I mean, we do have Ampharos, so I have a feeling that Ampharos is a very solid Mega Charizard counter. I mean, it could probably, we haven't run the calcs yet, and I really don't know, but it could probably tank him pretty well. It could also probably tank Talonflame really well, so that's kind of awesome. And its Ferrothorn's resistances are fantastic. It's normal. What are you gonna do with normal? Rock, steel, water, grass, electric, psychic. Do we not resist what I thought we might resist? We don't resist ice. Oh, right. That's not too bad of a problem though, because we can easily get that back. Dragon and fairy. So that's a little unfortunate. I forgot about that. He does add a fight and a fire weakness, but he does take out the dragon and fairy. So now we need something for ground, ice, fighting, and fire. Ooh, I forgot. Oh my god, I forgot. Okay. Oh, why did I forget that? Well, I don't think it's going to be too pressing. What did I say? Fight, ground, right. So I need to find something that can take most of these things, and not taking one of those. So we have bug, grass, and flying. Oh, for ground. That's not good. That's not good at all. Oh, wait, let me add Ferrothorn here. I think Ferrothorn's definitely gonna stay. Okay, Ice type is resisted by fire, ice, steel, and water. We're also weak to fighting. We're also weak to fire. Is there a water ghost type that isn't Jellicent? Because that would be a cool option. Water ghost or a water fairy. Oh, there is a Azumarill, but we've used Azumarill already, so let's try and do something else. Slowbro. Slowbro's pretty cool. Slowbro's... Ooh, Gyarados. It's not weak to ice. It's neutral to ice, though. I'll consider it. I'll consider Quagsire. Whoa, wait a second. Quagsire might be a really cool option. No, it's neutral to ice. Oh my god, why? Cold is neutral to ice. Polion doesn't count. There really is nothing. Oh man, there's really nothing that can resist those combos. Let's check out Gyarados real quick. Gyarados could possibly be pretty useful. Where are your type resists? What are you weak to? You're weak to rock and electric, which are covered by Ampharos and Ferrothorn. You don't resist ice, which is unfortunate. That's one thing that we need. But you do resist fighting, fire, and you're immune to ground. And it's not like it's adding an ice weakness, so I'm gonna say let's go for it. Let's go for Gyarados. Gyarados is gonna be an interesting add, I think, but it's not gonna add any weaknesses, so that's gonna be kind of cool. And I always do this, but I can't see. It's not gonna be Mega Gyarados, that's for sure, because we've already got a Mega, and that's gonna be our beautiful golden locks. Electric, and its resists are ground, fight, bug, steel, fire, and water. So that's actually a pretty sweet combo. Only adding rock and electric, but contrary to that, he takes out ground, takes out fighting, takes out fire, alright, and then Ferrothorn takes out the rock, and both Ferrothorn and Ampharos more take out the electric. So we're just left with ice, so now we just need to find an ice resistance, and I'm going to actually add him, and in 3 Pokemon, we're already down to 1, and this game is becoming very special, so maybe we can get something special. We already have a steel. Let's get a fire type. We need a fire type, so fire is gonna be cool. We're definitely not weak to water, so that's gonna be good. It's gonna add an extra rock weakness, but at the same time, we do have Ferrothorn, and rock's gonna be decently easy to cover, I think. What are our options? We could go for Talonflame. We can go for Rotom Heat. I'm gonna look real quickly at the global link. Yeah, that's not gonna really help us. Where is this? Fire. I think a Talonflame spread is gonna be pretty cool. I got an idea. It's gonna be Talonflame. Oh, that adds another... No, wait, we have double electric weakness. Resistance. That's actually fine. It's actually completely fine. Adds 2 rock weaknesses and an electric weakness, so... For right now, I'm going to put it... Well, you know what? Let's see if there's a better option than Talonflame. We need it to be fire-typed to resist that ice. I mean, it doesn't have to be fire-type. I'd just rather have it be fire-type. That gives us another resistance to fire, so that's kind of nice. I don't like using legendaries because they're too difficult to get a hand of. We could use Rotom, which gives us another ground immunity. Another electric weakness. Electric resistance, rather, sorry. Only adds rock and water, and rock's gonna be easy. Water's already easy. Adds a lot of crucial resistances. Let's go for Heat Rotom. Let's try it. Let's try this out, because then we can get, like, I don't know. We'll figure it out. So Heat Rotom, I have to input... Oh, what did I do? What did I do? I don't care about you, Frost Rotom. Okay, Heat Rotom. And then... So, Heat Rotom. Rotom... Heat. Again, one of the more used Pokemon, but I really think this will help. So it's weak to rock and water, and it resists a lot. Ground, so we have yet another ground weak immunity. Flying, bug, steel. Steel types are not going to be able to beat us. Fire, grass. We have so many grass weak resistances. Holy gazoogles. We have so many electric resistances. Ice and fairy. Oh man, that's actually pretty nice. That's actually pretty nice. He adds a rock and electric. Okay, but he also takes out the ice. We're gonna need one more rock resistance, and we have electric taken out because... Did I say electric? I meant water, but water's both handled by Gyarados, Ferrothorn, and Ampharos, excuse me. So that's cool, and we still have 2 more Pokemon to get, so... Oh my god, I'm hiccuping like crazy. So, okay. Rock type is resisted by Steel, which we already have, but we need another rock resistance. Ground. Ground would add a grass weakness, which we can handle, an ice weakness, which we can't really handle. What else? Water, which we can handle. That's pretty easy to handle. What else does ground... I think that's it for ground. Fighting is weak to fairy, which resists twice, but is weak once. I think fighting might be our best. I don't know. Maybe ground is. We'll see. We'll see. Fighting is weak to fairy, flying, and psychic. Ferrothorn resists psychic, right? Ferrothorn resists psychic. Flying resistance is everywhere. What would a fighting type... What kind of fighting type could we use that would maybe be neutral to Mega... Not Mega... No, we can't use Mega Lucario. We could use regular Lucario. We could use Toxicroak. I don't think is Toxicroak legal? Toxicroak. I think it is. Yeah, it is. Could use Toxicroak. I don't really know what Toxicroaks do, though. Scrafty's super weak. And weak to fighting, even though... Yeah, we only have 1 resist to fighting. Heracross... No, Heracross is... No. Hawlucha? What would Hawlucha do for us? Hawlucha's interesting. No, it adds another ice weakness. And it adds a flying weakness. That's kind of sad. Go just for a regular fighter. And then We do have double resist fairy, so I'm not really too worried about fairies. We could use Mienshao. Mienshao is an interesting Pokemon. We get down to 15 minutes. Okay. Could use Lucario. That adds another fighting weak, though, and it adds another ground weak. Well, the ground weakness is actually negligible at this point. Could we use like maybe a special Lucario? I know it's possible, but is that like worth it? We could do like a mix. Nah, mix is stupid. Like, no offense to people who like mix, but it's kind of hard to breed. He gets Heal Pulse? That's... How as fast is he? He's 90. Okay, he's not that fast. Useful, though. Maybe Heal Pulse. Huh. He's weak to fire, which we triple resist. He's weak to ground, which we double. He's weak to fighting, which we double. And then we always have another option. Looking at the resistances, he does resist dragon, which is kind of useful. He's not weak to fairy. I'm gonna go with Lucario. And that leaves us with one Pokemon left. Just regular Lucario, steadfast Lucario. Oh, that opens up so many possibilities. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot, actually. Steadfast and Inner Focus. That could be super useful, especially against, like, Mega Kangaskhan's. Oh, my God. That is so helpful. Oh, my God. Okay. So, Lucario. And that... Whoa, wait. Actually, yeah, that does... That quad resists the rock. So, weaknesses. Fighting, ground, and fire. Resistances. Poison... Normal, rock, bug, steel. Steel types are not getting through. Grass, ice, dragon, and dark. Adding to the fold another fighting weakness, another ground weakness, and another fire weakness. He gets rid of the rock weakness, so now we're neutral to rock. Fighting is covered by both just Gyarados, so we're left open to fighting. Ground is covered twice and sort of by Ferrothorn, I guess. Ferrothorn is neutral to it, but can take it pretty well. And fire, double weak, but double... Well, technically triple resist, if we want to count. So we're now back to being weak to fighting. So it's almost full circle there. We could get a fairy type. We have plenty of resistances to steel and poison. We could get a fairy type. Can get a ghost type who's immune. I'm gonna check out ghost types real quick. Can Aegislash run train? I don't think so. I don't think Aegislash can run through us. We do have an option with Gengar. Wait a second. He's not weak to psychic, is he? He's neutral to psychic. We could run Mega Gengar. Not Mega Gengar, regular Gengar. We could run... Can't run Gourgeist. That'd be a bad idea. Could we run Sable? Well, what's Sableye gonna do for us? He does Fake Out. He does get Fake Out. Could we run... No, we can't run Aegislash. That's way too many steel types. Could we possibly run Sableye? What can Sableye do for us? Taunt to shut down sleepers. I'm gonna check out Sableye real quick. What can this dude do for us? It's Knock Off, Fake Out, Shadow Sneak, Confuse Ray, Mean Look, Taunt, Toxic, Recover, Snarl. Only weak to Fairy, which we're easily covering. Screw it, we're going for this. We are totally going for this. And it's immune to Psychic, so that's kind of really nice. Wait. Oh, God. Is he even legal? Oh, God. I don't even remember. Oh. Oh. Oh, he is legal. Sweet. I forgot. Sableye. That is actually going to be pretty cool. He's definitely going to have Prankster. There's no doubt about it. So I'm going to just bring that up real quick. So we can end the episode at 20 minutes. Not too bad. Sableye. Alright, weaknesses. Fairy, which we covered like 3 times. We're weak twice, but well, not 3 times, 2 times, so we're going to be able to cover pretty well. Resists, normal, normal, fighting, and psychic, and poison. So he adds another fairy weakness to the fold. Fairy is super effective against Mega Ampharos, but you also have to consider that it's not always going to be Megas, so that's another thing to consider in these options, that we're not truly that weak to Ice, Dragon, and Fairy until we Mega Evolve. We're actually not weak to Dragon in the slightest, but we aren't really that weak to Ice. Ice can do a lot of damage to our team. Not a lot. A Greninja could probably run through this team pretty easily, barring Rotom Heat. And probably barring Lucario. We will most likely use Vacuum Wave on that thing. Yeah, so fighting is covered by Sableye. It's weak. It's Ferrothorn and Lucario are weak to it, but Gyarados and Sableye handle it. We do have a Fairy weak. Ampharos, Mega Ampharos is weak to it, but Ferrothorn and Rotom Heat cover it, so that is good. And that leaves us with no outstanding weaks. So this is actually a pretty interesting team, one that you don't normally see. We'll see how it stacks up in the 3rd episode against, the major threats. I can do like a brief run through just to show you. Garchomp is probably going to be a bit of a problem, but Gyarados might be able to handle it. Kangaskhan, I think a combination of Ferrothorn and Lucario and Gyarados, and pretty much our team just working together to take it out. Talonflame is going to be very easy to deal with, I think. Rotom, Heat, and Ampharos pretty much do justice against it. Rotom will have Ferrothorn for. Rotom can't really do much to us. Aegislash is going to be interesting, but I think there's a way we can handle it. Salamence is kind of the same boat as Garchomp. We don't really have a true counter for it. We don't have any ice moves yet. I mean, we haven't done anything yet. I think Special Salamence we can take a Draco Meteor from with Ampharos. Gardevoir is going to be an interesting Pokemon to handle. Ferrothorn's always my Gardevoir counter, so I think that's going to work here as well. Tyranitar, we've got Lucario. I think Lucario can handle it in conjunction with maybe like Ferrothorn and Gyarados. Amoonguss will have Sableye to shut it down and Rotom Heat to handle it. Mawile, Rotom Heat I think will be a very useful Pokemon here. Charizard, I think Rotom Heat again is going to be very useful against Charizard. We're going to have to make sure this Rotom Heat can take special attacks because it's going to be our special hitter. It should be able to take both a Mawile and a Charizard down, and an Aegislash. Those are the 3 Pokemon that we're going to try and benchmark for that Rotom Heat. We're going to try and get it so Rotom Heat can safely switch into an Aegislash Mega Mawile or Mega Charizard Y, not Mega Charizard X, because I think we can handle Mega Charizard X with Gyarados. Those are the 3 Pokemon that we're going to benchmark our Rotom Heat against. And for those of you who don't know, benchmarking is, I don't know if this is the official term, this is what I'm saying right now. It's where you put a Pokemon and you make the stats so it is specifically with those 3 in mind, because those 3 are like the heaviest hitters, I think. And if we can handle those, I think we can handle pretty much anything else. I think we can take Garchomp sans Rock Slide, but then again, Ferrothorn will be pretty useful. Excuse me, as a stretch. Oh, okay. So that's the team. I will see you guys at the next episode with the movesets and stuff like that. I already have a moveset in mind for Ampharos. It's one of the teams that was featured on Nugget Bridge. I didn't want to use his entire team, but his entire team was really awesome. I think we only used 2 Pokemon from that team, without even trying, actually. I think it was just Ampharos and Rotom Heat, and it just happened to be that way. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope to see you at the next episode, and peace.